Guruji and Shukrana Guru Maharaj ka. Last week we read chapter 6 of SataRudrasamhita of volume 3 of Shivpuran. In this we read Sanat Kumara requested Nandiswara to narrate how Nandiswara was born of Mahadeva. Nandiswara told Sanat Kumara that sage Silada performed severe penance to appease Indra as he was desirous of son who was free of death and not born of the womb. But Indra was not able to grant him the boon and asked him to appease Lord Shiva as he was the only one who could grant him this rare boon. Then Silada propitiated Lord Shiva and delighted him by his penance of 1,000 divine years. Lord Shiva was delighted with his penance and appeared there and spoke to Silada. Silada did not hear Lord Shiva's voice, so Lord Shiva touched him. Silada saw Lord Shiva with the goddess Parvati. He bowed to them and eulogized them. He requested Lord Shiva for the same boon. Lord Shiva told him that the Lord himself will be born as his son and he will not be born of a womb. Lord Shiva and goddess Parvati then vanished from there. Then Brahma ordered construction of a sacrificial altar for performance of sacrifice. Just before the beginning of sacrifice, Nandiswara was born as Shiva's son and had a brilliant luster. There was great jubilation all around. The celestial damsels danced and all gods eulogized his phallic image. On seeing Nandiswara, Silada was highly delighted and eulogized him. He named him Nandin. After this, Nandin reached a hut and cast off his divine form and assumed a human form. Seeing Nandin's human form, Silada was distressed. Nandin learnt the Vedas from his father. When Nandin was 7, two sages, Mitra and Varuna, came to the hermitage and told Silada that they did not see Nandin have life more than a year, which distressed Silada and his father. Nandin asked Silada the reason for his distress, and his father told him that he was worried for Nandin's early death. Then Nandin told his father that he would conquer death by worshipping Lord Shiva and performing great penance. Saying this, and after bowing down to his father, Nandin went to the excellent forest. Today we'll read chapter 7, the coronation of the nuptials of Nandiswara. Sunita auntie will read in English and Rima auntie will read this chapter in Hindi. Bahut bahut shukrana.
Jai Guruji, Shukrana to Guru Sahib for granting me this opportunity. Apologies in advance for omissions and errors. Chapter 7, the coronation and nuptials of Nandishwara. Nandishwara said, O sage, after going there and staying in an isolated place with a steady mind, I performed a severe penance, very difficult even for the good sages. Meditating in the lotus-like cavity of the heart, the Lord Triambaka, Sadashiv with 5 faces, 10 arms and 3 eyes, and quiet in features, I performed the repetition of Rudra Japa. I was in great meditation on the northern bank of the river. My mind was concentrated and I had pure thoughts. Delighted with that japa, Lord Shiva, accompanied by Parvati and bedecked with the crescent moon, said, Shiva said, O Shailadi, son of Shilada, I have been pleased by this penance of yours. O intelligent one, you have performed the penance very well. Tell me what you desire. I am here, the granter of boons. When thus addressed by the Lord, I bowed to his feet with my head and eulogized Lord Shiva, the destroyer of the sorrow of old age. I was endowed with great devotion. My eyes were filled with tears. I fell prostrate at his feet with my head resting there. Lord Shiva, the destroyer of great distress, lifted me up and stroked me with his hands. The bull-bannered Lord clasped me with his hands and stood face to face with me. Glancing at the leaders of the Ganas and the goddess, the daughter of Himawat, the Lord of the worlds, looked at me with sympathy and spoke. Dear Nandin, O intelligent one, wherefore can you be afraid of death? The 2 Brahmins were sent by me alone. There is no doubt you are equal to me. You will be free from death and old age. You will not be unhappy. You will forever be the leader of the Ganas. You will be unchanging and unwasting. You will be loved by all in the company of your father and friends. You will gain strength from me. You will always be at my side. You will be forever my favorite. Due to my favor, you will have neither birth, nor death, nor old age. Nandishvara said, after saying thus, the storehouse of mercy took off his own lotus garland around his head and tied it round my neck immediately. O Brahman, as soon as that garland adorned my neck, I became 3-eyed and 10-armed like a second Shiva. Then, taking me by the hand, Lord Shiva said, tell me, what excellent boon shall I grant you? Then he took the water from his matted hair, water as pure as necklace, and said, be Nandin. Then the bull-bannered Lord let off the water. Then 5 auspicious rivers flowed. They had pure water. They were very rapid. They were beautiful and divine in form. The 5 rivers are glorified thus: Jatodaka, Trishrota, Vrishadhwani, Swarnadaka, Jambunadi. O sage, this basin called Panchanada is a very auspicious spot of Shiva. It is near Japeshwara and is very holy. He who goes to the holy center of Panchanada, takes his bath there, performs the japa of the Lord of Lords and worships him, certainly attains Sayugya of Shiva. Then Shiva said to Parvati, I am going to coronate Nandin and proclaim him as the Lord of Ganas. O unchanging goddess, what do you think? Parvati said, O Lord of gods, it behoves you to give that to Nandin. O Lord, Shailadi is my most beloved son. Nandishvara said, then Shiva, the independent Lord, the supreme deity, the bestower of everything and favorably disposed towards his devotees, remembered his excellent leader of Ganas. Even as they were remembered, all the leading Ganas of Rudra came there. They were countless. They had the shape of Shiva. They were highly delighted. Those leading Ganas bowed to Lord Shiva and the goddess Parvati with joined palms and drooping shoulders. The powerful Ganas spoke. The leading Ganas said, O great Lord, the destroyer of Tripuras, why are we called? Please command us, O bestower of wishes. We are your servants and we have come here. Shall we dry up the oceans? Shall we kid Yama with his servants? Shall we slay great death or the aged Brahma especially? Shall we bind Indra with all the gods or Vishnu with all his parshadas and bring him here? Or the Daityas and Danavas? To whom shall we cause great and terrible distress at your behest? O Lord, who is to be extremely jubilant today for the increase of all cherished desires? Nandishvara said, on hearing these heroic words of the Ganas, the great Lord spoke after praising them. Shiva said, Nandishvara is my son. He is the Lord of Lords. He is the favorite leader of my Ganas. Let my behest be carried out by you. All of you crown him lovingly as your leader and resort of all my Ganas. From today onwards, Nandishvara is your Lord. Nandishvara said, thus ordered by Shiva, the leading Ganas said, let it be so. They brought all the requisite things for his consecration. Then Narayana and other gods, including Indra and the sages, came from all worlds with pleased faces. At the behest of Shiva, the holy Brahma performed the coronation of Nandin with care and attention. Then Vishnu, Indra, the guardians of the quarters, Brahma and the sages eulogized me. While they were eulogizing, Vishnu, the Lord of the universe, eulogized me with devotion with palms joined together over the head. With palms joined in reverence, he bowed to me and cried shouts of victory. Then all the leading Ganas, the gods and the Asuras did likewise in order. O great Brahman, thus at the instance of the great Lord, I, Nandishvara, was coronated and eulogized by the gods including Brahma. My nuptial ceremony was also conducted at the instance of Brahma with great jubilation and pleasure by Vishnu, Brahma and others. The daughter of the Maruts, the gentle and beautiful lady Suyasa, became my divine wife, pleasing to my eyes and mind. A well-decorated umbrella, shedding moon-like luster, was held above her in the company of women holding the chowries in their hands. A fine throne was occupied by me along with her. I was bedecked by the illustrious Lakshmi with various ornaments like crown and others. A fine necklace worn by the goddess round her neck was given to me. I got a fine bull, a white elephant, a lion, the lion banner, a chariot, gold necklace, like the disk of the moon, and many other auspicious articles, O sage. O great sage, the marriage having been celebrated thus, I, in the company of my wife, saluted the feet of Shiva, Brahma, and Vishnu for the sake of welfare. Shiva, Lord of the three worlds, favorably disposed towards his devotees, spoke these words with great love and pleasure to me, accompanied by my wife. Lord Shiva said, "O dear son, listen. This is Suyasha, is your beloved wife. Whatever is desired by you in your mind, I shall grant you that boon. O Nandisha, O Lord of Ganas, I am always pleased with you in the company of the goddess. O dear boy, listen to my weighty words. You will be my favorite always. You will be endowed with prosperity. You will be a great yogin and a fine bowman along with your father and grandfather, never to be defeated by anyone. You will be all victorious and worthy of worship. You will be endowed with great strength. Wherever I am, you shall also be, and wherever you are, I shall also be. O son, your father will be endowed with all prosperity. He will become a presiding officer of the Ganas, a great devotee of mine and very powerful. O dear son, your grandfather too shall be likewise. This is my rule, that whoever approaches me is certainly endowed with a boon." Nandishwara said, "Then the goddess, the granter of the boon and of great fortune, told me, 'Speak out what your desire is. Tell me all your wishes.' On hearing those words of the goddess, I spoke with palms joined in reverence. 'O goddess, let my excellent devotion be always towards your feet.' On hearing my words, the goddess said, 'Let it be so.' With great pleasure, Shiva spoke to Suyasha, the beloved wife of Nandin. The goddess said, 'Dear daughter, as you desire, I grant you the boon that you will be endowed with 3 eyes. You will be devoid of future births. You will have devotion to me along with your husband, sons, and grandsons.' Nandin said, Then the delighted Brahma, Vishnu, all the gods, and the Ganas gave them boons with pleasure at the behest of Shiva. Taking me along with all the members of the family, kinsmen, and relatives, Lord Shiva mounted his bull and went to the abode of the goddess. Vishnu and all other gods, praising these, eulogized Shiva, and Shiva lovingly returned to their respective abodes. O great sage, O dear one, thus my own incarnation has been narrated to you. It is always pleasing and heightening the power of Shiva. He who listens to or narrates, reads or teaches the incarnation of Nandin, the granting of the boons, the coronation and the nuptial ceremony, with faith and devotion, enjoys all pleasures here and attains great goal hereafter. That concludes the English reading. Rima Aunty will now read in Hindi. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji for the blessed seva. अध्याय 7 नंदीश्वर के जन्म, वर प्राप्ति, अभिषेक और विवाह का वर्णन। नंदिकेश्वर कहते हैं, मुने, वन में जाकर मैंने एकांत स्थान में अपना आसन लगाया और उत्तम बुद्धि का आश्रय ले मैं उग्र तप में प्रवृत्त हुआ, जो बड़े बड़े मुनियों के लिए भी दुष्कर था। उस समय मैं नंदी के पावन उत्तर तट पर सुदृढ़ रूप से ध्यान लगाकर बैठ गया और एकाग्र तथा समाहित मन से अपने हृदय कमल के मध्य भाग में 3 नेत्र, 10 भुजा तथा 5 मुख वाले शांति स्वरूप देवादिदेव सदाशिव का ध्यान करके रुद्र मंत्र का जाप करने लगा। तब उस जप में मुझे तल्लीन देखकर चंद्रार्थ भूषण परमेश्वर महादेव प्रसन्न हो गए और उमा सहित वहाँ पधार कर प्रेमपूर्वक बोले। शिवजी ने कहा, शिलानंदन, तुमने बड़ा उत्तम तप किया है। तुम्हारी इस तपस्या से संतुष्ट होकर मैं तुम्हें वर देने के लिए आया हूँ। तुम्हारे मन में जो अभीष्ट हो वह मांग लो। महादेव जी के यूँ कहने पर मैं सिर के बल उनके चरणों में लौट गया और फिर बुढ़ापा तथा शोक का विनाश करने वाले परमेशान की स्तुति करने लगा। तब परम कष्टहारी वृषभध्वज परमेश्वर शंभु ने मुझ परम भक्ति संपन्न नंदी को, जिसके नेत्रों में आंसू छलक आए थे और जो सिर के बल चरणों में पड़ा था, अपने दोनों हाथों से पकड़कर उठा लिया और शरीर पर हाथ फेरने लगे। फिर वे जगदीश्वर गणाध्यक्षों तथा हिमाचल कुमारी पार्वती देवी की ओर दृष्टिपात करके मुझे कृपा दृष्टि से देखते हुए यूँ कहने लगे, वत्स नंदी, उन दोनों विप्रों को तो मैंने ही भेजा था। महाप्राज्ञ, तुम्हें मृत्यु का भय कहाँ? तुम तो मेरे ही समान हो, इसमें तनिक भी संशय नहीं है। तुम अमर, अजर, दुख रहित, अव्यय और अक्षय होकर सदा गणनायक बने रहोगे तथा पिता और सुहृद वर्ग सहित मेरे प्रियजन होगे। तुम में मेरे ही समान बल होगा। तुम नित्य मेरे पार्श्व भाग में स्थित रहोगे और तुम पर निरंतर मेरा प्रेम बना रहेगा। मेरी कृपा से जन्म, जरा और मृत्यु तुम पर अपना प्रभाव नहीं डाल सकेंगे। नंदीश्वर जी कहते हैं, मुने, यूँ कहकर कृपा सागर शंभु ने कमलों की बनी हुई अपनी शिरोमाला को उतार कर तुरंत ही मेरे गले में डाल दिया। विप्रवर उस शुभ माला के गले में पड़ते ही मैं 3 नेत्र और 10 भुजाओं से संपन्न हो गया तथा द्वितीय शंकर सा प्रतीत होने लगा। तदनंतर परमेश्वर शिव ने मेरा हाथ पकड़कर पूछा, बताओ अब तुम्हें कौन सा उत्तम वर दूं? फिर उन वृषध्वज ने अपनी जटा में स्थित हार के समान निर्मल जल को हाथ में ले तुम नदी हो जाओ यूँ कहकर उसे छोड़ दिया। तब वह जल उत्तम ढंग से बहने वाली स्वच्छ जल से परिपूर्ण महान विवेकशालिनी दिव्य रूपा 5 सुंदर नदियों के रूप में परिवर्तित हो गया। उनके नाम हैं जटोदका, त्रिस्त्रोता, वृषध्वनि, स्वर्णोदका और जम्बू नदी। मुने, यह पंचनद शिव के पृष्ठभाग की भांति परम शुभ हैं। महेश्वर के निकट इसका नाम लेने से यह परम पावन हो जाता है। जो मनुष्य पंचनद पर जाकर स्नान और जप करके परमेश्वर शिव का पूजन करता है, वह शिव सायुज्य को प्राप्त होता है, इसमें संशय नहीं है। तत्पश्चात शंभु ने उमा से कहा, अव्यय, मैं नंदी का अभिषेक करके इसे गणाध्यक्ष बनाना चाहता हूँ। इस विषय में तुम्हारी क्या राय है? तब उमा बोली, देवेश, आप नंदी को गणाध्यक्ष पद प्रदान कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि परमेश्वर यह शिलानंदन मेरे लिए पुत्र सरीखा है, इसलिए नाथ यह मुझे बहुत ही प्यारा है। तदनंतर भक्तवत्सल भगवान शंकर ने अपने अतुल बलशाली गणों को बुलाकर उनसे कहा। शिवजी बोले, गणनायकों, तुम सब लोग मेरी एक आज्ञा का पालन करो। यह मेरा प्रिय पुत्र नंदीश्वर सभी गणनायकों का अध्यक्ष और गणों का नेता है, इसलिए तुम सब लोग मिलकर इसका मेरे गणों के अधिपति पर प्रेम पूर्वक अभिषेक करो। आज से यह नंदीश्वर तुम लोगों का स्वामी होगा। नंदीश्वर कहते हैं, मुने, शंकर जी के इस कथन पर सभी गणनायकों ने एवमस्तु कहकर उसे स्वीकार किया और वे सामग्री जुटाने में लग गए। फिर सब देवताओं और मुनियों ने मिलकर मेरा अभिषेक किया। तदनंतर मरुतों की मनोहारिणी दिव्य कन्या सुईशा से मेरा विवाह करवा दिया। उस समय मुझे बहुत सी दिव्य वस्तुएं मिली। महामुने, इस प्रकार विवाह करके मैंने अपनी उस पत्नी के साथ शंभु, शिवा, ब्रह्मा और श्री हरि के चरणों में प्रणाम किया। तब त्रिलोकेश्वर भक्तवत्सल भगवान शिव पत्नी सहित मुझसे परम प्रेम पूर्वक बोले। ईश्वर ने कहा, सतपुत्र, यह तुम्हारी प्रिया सुएशा और तुम मेरी बात सुनो। तुम मुझे परम प्रिय हो, अतः मैं स्नेहपूर्वक तुम्हें मनोवांछित वर प्रदान करूँगा। गणेश्वर नंदीश देवी पार्वती सहित मैं तुम पर सदा संतुष्ट हूँ, इसलिए वत्स तुम मेरा उत्तम वचन श्रवण करो। तुम मेरे अटूट प्रेमी, विशिष्ट, परम ऐश्वर्य संपन्न, महायोगी, महान धनुर्धारी, अजय, सबको जीतने वाले, महाबली और सदा पूज्य होगे। जहाँ मैं रहूँगा वहाँ तुम्हारी स्थिति होगी और जहाँ तुम रहोगे वहाँ मैं उपस्थित रहूँगा। यही दशा तुम्हारे पिता और पितामह की भी होगी। पुत्र, तुम्हारे ये महाबली पिता परम ऐश्वर्यशाली मेरे भक्त और गणाध्यक्ष होंगे। वत्स, ये ही नियम तुम्हारे पितामह पर भी लागू होंगे। अंत में तुम सब लोग मुझसे वरदान प्राप्त करके मेरा सानिध्य प्राप्त करोगे। नंदीश्वर जी कहते हैं, मुने, तत्पश्चात महाभागा उमा देवी वर देने के लिए उत्सुक हो मुझ नंदी से बोली, बेटा, तू मुझसे भी वर मांग ले, मैं तेरी सारी अभीष्ट कामनाओं को पूर्ण कर दूंगी। तब देवी के उस वचन को सुनकर मैंने हाथ जोड़कर कहा, देवी, आपके चरणों में मेरी सदा उत्तम भक्ति बनी रहे। मेरी याचना सुनकर देवी ने कहा, एव मस्तु, ऐसा ही होगा। फिर शिवा नंदी की प्रियतमा पत्नी सुएशा से बोली। देवी ने कहा, वत्से, तुम भी अपना अभीष्ट वर ग्रहण करो। तुम्हारे 3 नेत्र होंगे, तुम जन बंधन से छूट जाओगी और पुत्र पौत्रों से संपन्न रहोगी तथा तुम्हारी मुझ में और अपने स्वामी में अटल भक्ति बनी रहेगी। नंदीश्वर कहते हैं, मुने, तदनंतर शिवजी की आज्ञा से परम प्रसन्न हुए ब्रह्मा, विष्णु तथा समस्त देवगणों ने भी प्रेम पूर्वक हम दोनों को वरदान दिए। तत्पश्चात परमेश्वर शिव कुटुंब सहित मुझे अपनाकर तथा उमा सहित वृक्ष पर आरूढ़ हो संबंधियों एवं बांधवों के साथ अपने निवास स्थान को चले गए। तब वहाँ उपस्थित विष्णु आदि समस्त देवता मेरी प्रशंसा तथा शिव शिवा की स्तुति करते हुए अपने अपने धाम को चल दिए। वत्स, इस प्रकार मैंने तुमसे अपने अवतार का वर्णन कर दिया। महामुने, यह मनुष्यों के लिए सदा आनंददायक और शिव भक्ति का वर्धक है। जो श्रद्धालु मानव भक्ति भावित चित्त से मुझ नंदी के इस जन्म, वार प्राप्ति, अभिषेक और विवाह के वृत्तांत को सुनेगा अथवा दूसरों को सुनाएगा तथा पढ़ेगा या दूसरे को पढ़ाएगा, वह इस लोक में संपूर्ण सुखों को भोग कर अंत में परम गति को प्राप्त होगा। जय गुरु जी। वी फिनिश चैप्टर 7। शुक्राना गुरु जी।